skis, you just shrug them from the beginning. So almost when you shrug them, it makes your arms shorter. And you can't reach them, but then you don't need to reach them because it's the worst thing in the world, isn't this? But it's a time. One other thing I should say with this is, if you begin rounding your shoulders and the guy's pushing into you, this is where all the classic, you watch the original UFCs, like nobody knew anything. And what guys were doing was like pushing in and grabbing the throat and all of this kind of thing. And so anytime they extend at all, this is where like the classic, jiu-jitsu attacks are, right? So anytime you're getting caught in arm locks, mount bottom, closed guard top, whatever, it's where you're extending your arms and putting your shoulders ahead of your body. So if you just keep your arms down, there's no, he keeps his shoulders retracted and he keeps his back. There's no submissions here at all. There's just nothing, it shuts down. If he goes here and he's broken his posture, everything exists here. Like literally, I could just start triangling him. Everything is this kind of broken. If his body does this, everything's available. Every submission. You can do an encyclopedia of submissions just there, just hitting different things, right? Just pushing into me, his arms are wide, I can start going into omoplatas. But just maintaining that line kills everything. There's just nothing there. Does that make sense? So we'll just do, the final thing was the neck yesterday. We're not gonna bother with it, just because if you get that line and you keep the head back, this won't pull, right? So I'm gonna go on to the guard opening and assume you've got it, or that you at least know that if I put my head in front, that's when I'm gonna get still flaps. Yeah, so my shoulders so everything's the same. This builds as a triangle of importance. So if I don't tilt my pelvis, it doesn't matter how well I even do this. If my pelvis isn't tilted, he can pull me in, right? He can get me going and pull me in. He can pulse it even as well. So if I've got the leg back, but I don't need to tilt my pelvis, just keep tilting. Yeah, just pulsing, yeah. You'll get me. So always pelvis tilted, shoulders retracted, chin behind shoulders, and we're locking, right? Matt does whatever, tries to pull me in. He knows this isn't happening. He knows it's not happening. So, just to recap yesterday's, I'm going to take this here, and my elbow goes past my knee. My elbow goes past my knee. This side of the camera, my elbow goes past the knee. The hand is like this, and it's almost like there's a, it's this I'm doing. It's like a natural willingness to push. But I don't push with just the arm. My whole body, I'll open my knee a little bit, my whole body shifts. Like I'm pushing my whole body into my elbow. From here now, we're gonna do this in slow motion almost. This arm goes here, this elbow, when I open his guard, once I've opened it, I want to put my elbow back to the ground on here, and I fully retract. See my knee and elbow are together on my right side. There is no space at all. Matt's going to test doing one of two things for me. He's going to try and wrap a triangle. If you know how to do the triangle, he's going to try and put a triangle on. Just try to swing your leg to mine. Yeah, and it's very hard for him. There's nothing really there. Because for him to triangle me, he needs my arm to be on the inside here. Because this arm is, he needs my arm to be pushed inside, to be stuck on the outside. Right? But what I'm actually doing is creating a shape here with my arm from the very beginning that makes it hard for him to do. Right? You could grab the cloth if you want as well. But I need from the top to keep my arm on the inside. So as long as my elbow, if I don't like it for any reason, I can always go back to closed guard. So if he starts trying to really push my arm aggressively, I don't like it. I could, if I need to, just go back to his bicep. Nothing's been lost. I can always go back, right? But it's not ideal. But if it was desperate, I can go back. So I'm just here, I can grab the cloth if I want, but really this is just enough. So he tries to force a triangle. Yeah, so I've got a lot of time here. And in reality, I can't hang out, but I want you to feel this. I want you to get all this right. The other thing he can do, and he can just play on the other side, is to try and hip escape. So I want you to hip escape now. No, wrong way. This one. This way, yeah. And I'm just working on keeping my knee and elbow together. And at any point, because my arm is in control, I can push that. I can push this knee over the top, right? And now he's got a big problem because I'm beginning my guard pass. But so two things. He's trying to get the triangle. He's trying to get the triangle. So I've opened. Imagine I've opened. But this, I really want to try and get this balance between, and I'm not going to hang out here. In reality, the minute I get to this position, this knee is coming over the top. And I really want this side, the forearm, to be on the ground. I really want the forearm on the ground. And the knee here. I never want to be like this. You see this? Now if Matt hip escapes, yeah, I mean there's a whole, you could just have omoplated me. Yeah, because I'm giving you space. So the knee and elbow stays glued together. Yeah, let's give it a go.